Oh, little brake check there. No one's crashed yet. Somebody could not do the double. Not sure who that
Dakota
was.
got
Tessman?
punted.
I think it was.
And Fenn getting launched out into the berm. He's going to exit lap number 1 in dead last.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Oh, my goodness.
Got touched after that big double.
Mayfield,
flipped in the
Rivkin,
berm.
Cavalieri, let's look at that. Tebow. Tessman in 6. He's the one who I don't think was able to jump that jump.
Mayfield did exactly what he wanted here on lap number 1. Good start. Tessman dove way to the inside before the double single in the back. And they're all going double single. No one's tripling.
Is that Rivkin right behind him?
I think so.
It's going to be Mayfield and Rivkin as they start this one off. Ryan Mayfield, Spencer Rivkin. This is a repeat of what was going on in Truggy.
This looks familiar.
Nice shot right there. Oh, Rivkin looks to the inside, hits the brakes.
Hard on the brakes before that 180 and had to make sure he didn't hit the beginning of the curb there.
And he looks to the inside again.
Mayfield going for the triple, maybe pushed a little wider than he planned and figured he needed to punch it to get out ahead of his former teammate.
Rivkin's very familiar with what's going on in the track right now. He just got done with his semi.
And Mayfield hasn't run since those semifinal practices.
Yep.
So.
Oh, a little bit sideways. Nice save by Mayfield right back there. Mayfield, your leader. Rivkin second. It's going to be Cavalieri third, Lutz fourth, Tebow fifth. And, Rivkin looks to the inside. Mayfield does the triple, though. Had a nice drive off the corner. He might start doing that every lap if that's how it's going to be in the corners.
Mayfield
and he gets upside down. Rivkin gets into him. And it's a lead change. Rivkin's going to come out with the advantage on that. Mayfield right behind him.
Rivkin flipping Mayfield's car back over, so at least he didn't have to wait for someone to dance over the car.
Oh, no. Mayfield hits the pole right there, and Lutz goes by. And then there's Cavalieri and all the rest of the pack right there. A bunch of hungry wolves.
Mayfield looking human for the first time this week, making 2 mistakes on the same lap. And now he's got heavy company. Cavalieri behind him. Mayfield going for the triple again. Catches right up to the rear end of Ryan Lutz's car, going through the magnet.
The magnet, that's what we call that corner. It's like a magnet, the shape of a Acme magnet you'd see on a movie or something.
Old school Tom and Jerry cartoons.
Yeah.
Mayfield a little safer. You saw both at the top of the hill on the left side and the right on this lap. Needs to keep it off the pipes. Let's see if Rivkin can focus on putting down some quick laps now that he's got Lutz to play buffer behind him.
Oh, man. Mayfield jumping that triple. That's going to come to an advantage, or he's going to land on somebody.
Yeah,
one of the
risky.
two.
No risk it, no biscuit. Over the left side triple, Lutz getting a good drive onto the front straightaway. Mayfield's going to have to wait at least a little bit longer. Lutz has got to be just super motivated after getting disqualified from what would have been his 5th second-place finish in truck. Looking at a potential second-place finish in buggy in the early stages of this one. Mayfield a lot faster on the back of the track, but it looks like Lutz has enough speed to keep him behind through the rest of the infield section. Mayfield clean at the top of the hill. Both of them getting the same traction onto the front straightaway. 1.6 seconds behind race leader Spencer Rivkin as the top 5 drivers all set their new personal best on that last lap.
Cavalieri is 4th, Tessman 5th, Bornhorst 6th at the moment, Jared Tebow 7th, Cody King 8th, Wheeler 9th. 10 spot's going to be Austin Blair up from 13th. Mike Truey 11th. J.R. Mitch 12th. Dakota Fend with that terrible first lap. He's all the way back there in 13th. Billy Fisher 14th. And Cole Ogden is 15th at the moment. We have 56 minutes remaining in this one. A lot of racing left to go. Your leader right now, Rivkin, after an uncharacteristic bobble by Ryan Mayfield this week. And he has just been like Iron Man out there.
Oh, he touched the pipe there coming down the off-camber hill, and that could have been a big disaster. He pushed all the way out to the outside of the lane before regaining control.
Doing the triple.
But he cased it again. He keeps bouncing the front tires, and
he's not any slower, though, than doing the double.
It's
single.
Definitely not slower, but, one of those times he's going to get a bad bounce. I mean, he's been saying it's easier for him to do that than to double, but every time he lands off that, at least 2 of the tires leave the ground.
Oh, Lutz off the
track.
Wow. Now that's going to put Mayfield in
everything.
second. Cavalieri's going to be 3rd now. Tessman 4th. It's going to make Bornhorst 5th. Lutz flies off the track in the back. We've seen that a lot of times this weekend from several different drivers.
A really tough section of the track, not only because it's so far away, but as you crest the top of that hill, you're still turning. It unweights the inside of the tire. Mayfield hitting the pipe coming on the straightaway. He's going to lose at least 2 spots. Here comes Lutz. So Mayfield drops to 5th, and now Rivkin with a 3.4-second lead on new second-place driver Ryan Cavallari.
Rivkin, Cavallari teammates 1 and 2. Tessman 3rd. Ryan Lutz is back up to 4th even after being off the track. Mayfield drops to 5th after a slight mishap on the triple. A lot of racing. Anything can happen, though. That's the one guy. I mean, look at Silver State. He was, I forget where he was at, and then all of a sudden towards the end of the race, you're like, look who's coming. You know what I mean?
Yep. Have to wonder, though, if that's going to get into Mayfield's head. I mean, he's been so mistake-free all weekend, and here he's crashed more in the first 5 minutes of this hour-long buggy final than he has the rest of the week combined.
Spencer Rivkin, we're on track with your leader right there. Team Associated, MX Engine, MX Fuel, J Concepts Tires. He is your leader of this race at the 54-minute remaining mark.
And still looking for his first Premier Class Roar National Championship. He's got a 17.5 two-wheel drive and short course title. But as far as racing against the big boys, he won his first world championship last October and looking for his first national title here in the 8-scale buggy.
And here's the battle for second. Tessman and Cavallari. Oh, Tessman,
Whoa.
Nice brake check. They kind of did some rubbing his racing in the Truggy division. I'm sure they don't want to repeat that. And if the more they do that, the further away Rivkin's going to get from them. Rivkin with a 5-second lead over Cavallari the last lap. This lap, it's going to be a 4.8-second lead. So, yeah, it's right there. And then Rivkin told me himself, though, earlier, he said, this is the man class. That was his exact words. I've always called it the thoroughbreds. I mean, this is, when you're driving an 8-scale car, these cars do amazing things for being 8 pounds, how much power they have. And he's all, I know this is the man class right here.
Mayfield was 1.4 seconds behind the battle for second 2 laps ago. Cut it down to 0.7 of a second last lap. And he's right on the rear bumper of Ty Tessman as they come across the line this time. Ooh, a mistake on the left side as the camera moved away, and Lutz back to the 4th position. So just as I was talking about how Mayfield had reeled in Cavallari and Tessman, he tumbles again. Lutz back up to 4th. Mayfield slips to 5th.
Now, we did see Ty Tessman on a 10-minute pit strategy in the semi. That's going to come into play right now.
That could. It would chop out a whole pit stop.
I'm sure he's wanting to get around Ryan Cavallari. How long can you and Cavallari's in at 7:34.
See who else comes in. Looks like Mayfield in. So Mayfield pitting at 7:30. See if we can get word from our cameraman and producer if anyone else is coming to pit lane.
Did Rivkin come in?
I don't think so. He stayed out.
Rivkin is out. He should be coming around now. And Rivkin does come around. Maybe not. What's going on? Tessman, your new leader. Rivkin must have been in pit lane.
Yeah, 38-2. That sounds like a pit lap.
38
really
unless
bad
he
mistake.
crashed, one of the two.
So moving up, following along here with Cole Ogden, who's got Ryan Cavallari behind him. Ogden's a lap down. Cavallari goes by.
So there's been a lead change due to the pit strategy. Tessman, your leader. Rivkin second. Cavallari third. Tebow into 4th. Mayfield drops to 5th. Lutz is 6th. Cody King 7th. Joe Bornhorst 8th. Josh Wheeler 9th. Mike Truey 10th. Blair, Mitch, Fisher are 11th, 12th, and 13th. And it's Fenn and Ogden. On track with your leader right there. That is Ty Tessman. He's on a 10-minute pit strategy, we think. He could come in this lap, be on a 9. I really don't know.
Well, 9 would still cut down a stop from a 7:30.
That's true. I bet you he comes in this lap.
Yeah,
there's Rivkin right there, only about 2 seconds back. Cavallari right there as well. Tessman stays out.
Interesting.
So, I don't know what advantage this is going to be at this point, except for at the end of the race.
Raise your hand if you're surprised that Ty Tessman is running out front in the buggy race. No one should have their hands
Rivkin
up.
And Cavallari together on the track. Mayfield back up to 4th. Lutz down to 5th. We're traveling around the track right now with your leader up on the curb a little bit. That's Ty Tessman. He will be out over 10 if he stays out. And he stays out. He's going to be right at 10-10. I thought his mom told me earlier they're getting 11.
Whoa.
And someone getting a little bit sideways right there. That might have been Lutz. It's Lutz and Mayfield.
So Mayfield up to the 4th spot.
Let's track with our leader if we can find him because he's going to be coming into pit. He has had several flameouts in pit lane so far today.
That's true. And he did say after the semi that he wasn't sure what had caused that in truck. happened to him in the semi.
He's going to come in for sure right now. Your leader in the pit. And here he comes. Daniel Adams grabs. Gord is fueling, and he's out. He does not flame out this time. And he gets out in...
What did Gord have in his mouth?
I don't know. Good luck charm. He gets out in third, right ahead of Mayfield. So it's going to be Rivkin, Cavalieri, Tessman, Mayfield. That's going to be your running order after the first round of pit stops here. 49:20 remaining on the master clock.
This is rad. The top 5, 10 minutes into this one, are still within 7 seconds of each other.
Mayfield looks to the inside, sticks it,
Whoa!
makes the pass. Kind of gets airborne right there, almost kites it.
He jumped way to the takeoff of the second double down there.
Yeah.
That was sketchy.
Sailing takes me away.
Sail away, sail away, sail away, sail away, sail away.
Oh, man. You know he is on a mission. Looks like he's starting to put together. His car looks solid like it did in qualifying now.
Maybe he just had to calm down a little bit.
I don't know.
If Mayfield and Tessman can work together, see if they can close this, what's now a 2.5 second gap to Ryan Cavalieri in the second spot.
Which is the slightest mistake on this track. It's like just, wow. Anything could happen. A lot of racing. You're watching the 2016 Roar Off-Road 1/8 Scale Fuel Championships in Hutto, Texas. We want to thank our sponsors, Team Associated A-Main Hobbies, and Lifetime for coverage this weekend.
For allowing us to come here and bring you the closest thing we've got to, well, actually, no, this is straight up live TV. It's just coming through your computer and mobile device. Watching Ryan Mayfield trying to go for a nearly perfect weekend at the Roar Fuel Off-Road Nationals, do the same thing Tessman did last year. He's not going to lead every lap of the Buggy Main. That part absolutely doesn't matter. He's already worked his way back into a podium position and closed within 4.1 seconds of the lead.
Oh, man, and he jumped to the – he actually ate it right there earlier. That was a good one, and he got lucky.
He only lost 0.2 to the leader with that mistake, so that was a really easy bounce. He is less than a second behind Cavalieri, and less than that now. We got Ogden in between the two of them. Cavalieri through the 180 before the double single. Here comes Mayfield through the double single. Ogden should move over and let him go. Probably not here at the top of the hill.
Yep. Sooner or later. That's just getting tricky now.
Yeah, well, that's a bad spot to do it anyway. Mayfield getting a little loose coming onto the front straightaway.
Fastest lap of the race is Ryan Mayfield, 29.643. Spencer's fast lap at 29.774 on 3 laps ago. The only other person dipping into the 29s is going to be Dakota Fend and Ryan Lutz.
Mayfield hasn't yet cleared Ogden. Unfortunately for Cavalieri, he hasn't been able to pull away. Mayfield only lost less than 1/10 of a second last lap and now in front of Ogden. So Mayfield can focus on what's going on ahead of him. Let's see how long it takes Tessman to get by Cole.
He's hot on his heels right there, and Cole goes outside. Tessman had a lot more drive going into that corner. But your leader, Spencer Rivkin, Team Associated, out in front. Team Associated in the second spot. They're 1-2 right now, and Rivkin has a 3.3-second lead.
Cavalieri with his personal best last time by 30.094. Mayfield had a 30.111, so just a few hundredths of a second slower. And then Tessman, new personal best, 30.227. Checking out some split screen action with our leader, Spencer Rivkin, on the right side of your screen. Ryan Mayfield in the third spot on the left side, trying to track down Ryan Cavalieri.
And they have some track. Oh, wow. He barely got through there. Now Tessman's got to get through those 2 cars. And 1 car pulls over.
That was a bad place to stop.
Yep. Nothing new here. Cavalieri, Mayfield, Tessman battling it out right now.
No kidding.
Rivkin, though, 3.7-second lead right now. He is out in front, coming up on 14:20 down. So the next lap, we should start seeing some pit stops again from your leaders.
Mayfield's car is a mess coming onto the front straightaway. He just goes down, lands off that triple, and then it's just a tank slapper trying to get up that first roller right there.
You know, if there's anybody that could make up time, it's him.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when he gets flying.
Well, he has the fastest lap of the race. I mean, that's not an accident.
He has this ability somehow when it's on the wire to just grab track where it's not even there and, like, reel people in. It's like he takes some track surface away. There's our pit cam. Truey into pit. Fisher into pit.
And we expect with 15 minutes down, our leaders will start cycling through.
Pit cam is doing the jitter a little bit. Just bear with us.
It's almost like trying
Other guys getting called into pit. And here comes, not sure who that is.
Cavalieri into pit and Mayfield as well. So let's see the battle in pit lane here. Cavalieri and Mayfield both up on the blocks.
Tessman just flew by.
Looks like Cavalieri may have had the slightest of advantages in pit lane, but not enough to measure.
Rivkin, your leader, 4.1 out in front of Cavalieri, but that's going to change because people came into pit right now. We're going to see what's going on. There's our pit cam.
Mayfield way faster after coming out of pit lane. Perhaps that car benefiting from a little extra weight.
Oh, and he goes to the inside of Cavalieri. Cavalieri lets him go by.
Cavalieri went a little wide in that 180 and just checked up, realized he left the door open, and there wasn't any reason to cause them both more grief. Now let's see if he can latch onto Mayfield and try to reel in Tessman. Be interesting to think, like, oh, these are the front runners, but Rivkin's been out front for so long, we haven't really talked about him in the first 16 minutes.
If Rivkin pitted, look at that, 34.577. That's a 4.5 second pit time, or 4 seconds. He's still your leader by 1.9 over Tessman.
Rivkin, Tessman, Mayfield, Cavalieri, and King the top 5. Great run going for Cody from 9th on the grid. That'll feel good after missing the truck man.
Cavalieri got around Mayfield. Something happened to Mayfield, or did he already pitted, correct?
Yeah, I think he crashed on the left side. Looked like maybe coming onto the straightaway. Had a mistake over there.
So Tessman is still 1.6 back, even on the longer pit cycle. So right now, the guy in control, Spencer Rivkin, Tessman second, Cavalieri third, Mayfield fourth, Cody King is fifth, Ryan Lutz sixth, Jared Tebow seventh, Bornhorst eighth, Wheeler ninth, Truey 10th. That's your top 10 right now.
Ty Tessman did cut out a pit stop. We're not going to see it until later in the race as we go to a team-associated instant replay. This is over on the through the horseshoe, and then this double. See Cavalieri go wide, got loose. Both of them came to a complete stop.
Yep. Respect for one another.
Yep.
And there's Mayfield we're back on track with.
Whoa!
That's a tough corner right there.
And a very lucky save. Got it back on all four wheels going through the horseshoe. 6 seconds behind Cavalieri at the line last time by. Now it's 2.2. So Mayfield's going to have to regroup here and make a charge toward the front. He's 8 seconds out of the lead. Rivkin's got 2.5 on Tessman, another 3.3 to Cavalieri, and then 2.2 from Cavalieri to Mayfield.
Tessman will be coming in here in about, what is that, 2.5 minutes? Man, it's unreal that he's out there that much longer.
No kidding.
But saying that, he's only 3.3 ahead of Cavalieri the last lap. This time he's 3.7, so he's going to have a phenomenal pit stop in order to remain out in front of Cavalieri.
He's going to lose a spot or two. Mayfield within a second of Cavalieri as a battle for third shaping up while we check in with Spencer Rivkin, who's been out on a Sunday drive so far, and this nearly almost coming up on the 20-minute mark before too long. Nice and easy down the front straightaway. That last lap, 30.017. That makes him the second fastest car on the track after Mayfield's 29. But as Mayfield comes by the line right here, Rivkin was the fastest driver of the top 5 this last lap. Out front and still maintaining the pace.
His car looked really good in the semi. I didn't know. I mean, we haven't seen Mayfield on the track all day long in Buggy except for practice.
Right.
And, you're looking at a track view. You're out there watching the car. You're not having a camera view. I thought Mayfield's car looked stronger still, but, man, we're being proved differently right here. Rivkin looking good, in command, in control at the moment. Team Associated, RC8B3, and MX horsepower in that car, J Concepts tires, and here is Tessman. Cavalieri has caught Tessman, and Tessman has not pitted.
Mayfield's only 1.4 seconds back from there, so Tessman will absolutely lose 2 spots once he comes in. Should be in the next, if not this lap, the following.
Should be the next lap we see Tessman come in. He's going to drop back to 5th then.
Well, that's going to put him right at
fourth.
the 20-minute mark if he pits this next lap. So who knows if he'd try to stretch it to like the 20-45 mark. With Cavalieri right behind him, it would make more sense to pit this lap, come back out and clean track, regroup a little bit. Cavalieri's caught him really quite quickly, and you can see Tessman's holding him up because here comes Mayfield to catch them both.
Yep.
Mayfield was only 1.2 seconds behind at the line last time by. It's going to be close to
Oh,
that.
wow. How did he get through that?
Oh, and how did he keep it straight going over those stutter bumps?
In and out. No flaming out. Right on. Honest racing now.
Interesting to see Daniel Adams from Proline doing the catching and Gord handling the fuel stick. Have to imagine Leanne was a little shaken after the flameouts earlier. And so Gord and Daniel deciding they're going to handle it.
Look at Rivkin's lead over Cavalieri now, 9.3 seconds. We haven't seen anything in the other. I mean, I don't think Mayfield got out that far until Rivkin flamed out.
That's true.
Spencer Rivkin, your leader. Ryan Cavalieri second, 9.4 back. It's going to be Mayfield in third, Lutz fourth, Tessman fifth. And Lutz just, what was that? Someone get blown off the track?
No, 2 laps ago, Rivkin, new fast lap of the race, 29.627.
Yeah.
This late in the race, that big of a lead, and he's still pushing. Maybe it's that he's just generating those quick lap times without having to push. This lap a little more back down to earth, a 31.2.
You're watching Team Associated driver MX Racing Engines, MX Fuel, AKA Tires right there. Ryan Cavalieri, he's in the second position. He's 8.2 seconds back from Rivkin, and he has got Mayfield right behind him. 38:40 left in this race. You're watching the 2016 Roar National Championships out here in Hutto, Texas.
Mayfield down the front straightaway, trying to use all of that Reds Racing horsepower that he can. He's talked about how he's so happy with these engines, and then we come to a track that doesn't give a whole lot of chance to really open him up, but certainly bottom end a big advantage when doing stuff like that.
Triple. No one else is doing it, and he is.
And that was he got over the top of the landing jump, actually landed down the downside that time and didn't bounce. Still not sure really if he's making up time doing it, but if he's more comfortable and not making mistakes, hasn't crashed over it once.
Ryan Mayfield's running Detox tires in blue compound. Ryan Cavalieri right in front of him is running the Zips tire in a long wear soft. Spencer Rivkin is on Detox blue compound. Ty Tessman, I believe, is on Fugitives, the regular Fugitives. I don't know if he's on M3 or the new compound. I thought they were starting on the new compound.
Probably. I think with the other guys going out on M3, it might be a safe bet that he's on M3.
Ryan Mayfield has some prototype steering parts on his car.
They're doing a tire change on Billy Fisher's car. I wonder if he's putting the new compound tires back on.
I don't know what they're doing.
That's going to take forever.
He was in dead last, so not sure. Someone else in the pit lane right there. Someone's fueling with the fuel. No, that was a fuel gun. Who was that? I don't know who that was. So it's Rivkin, your leader, Cavalieri second, Mayfield third, Tessman's in fourth, Cody King up to fifth now, Ryan Lutz sixth, Jared Tebow seventh, Josh Wheeler eighth, Bornhorst ninth, Austin
Cavalieri
Blair
into
10th.
pit lane, Mayfield into pit lane.
We're starting to see some.
Oh, Mayfield flaming out in pit lane.
Oh, no. Oh, who's that fell out of pit lane? That's Josh Wheeler.
Oh, man. Yeah,
Looked
you see
like
his
Wheeler.
dad down there.
Yep.
Tell him, go ahead, do
Come on,
one more
baby.
lap.
Come on, baby.
Yeah. Wow, disastrous for Mayfield. So it worked his way back up into a battle for second, and let's see how much time he lost here. That's going to knock him, oh, gosh, maybe down to fifth?
I don't know.
This Tessman's going to come by before too long. Cavalieri
Right now,
just crossed the line.
Yep. Cavalieri chopping at that lead. He's 7.7 seconds back from Rivkin now.
Yep, Mayfield coming up right behind Lutz. Now in the fifth spot. You know, he's still only 11 seconds out of second.
Anything can happen.
Yeah.
We've seen craziness happen in races lots of times.
And still not even close to the halfway point. So a lot of time left, but really not the main event we thought we'd see from the dominant driver so far the whole weekend. Lutz coming up short on the step down, crashing again after the left side triple, and that's going to allow Mayfield to take over a comfortable fourth place spot. Cody King getting around for fifth before Ryan Lutz is able to get going again.
That's good. Cody King has seemed very downtrodden here at this event, and it's good to see him up there in the fifth spot right now.
He's definitely going to be happy with the top five if he's got a chance to finish up with a top five later in this race. Mayfield up the hill. Look at how shiny and slick it is up there.
It is. It's really polished out there. When you see it all slick looking, And I guess you don't realize it till you're trackside and you see a car coming around the track and they're just sliding around the corner. This is a top 25rc.com qualifying race, so this is going to shake up the standings here. I don't know how much it's going to move them around, but this is a race that qualifies on top 25rc.com. You're on track with Cody King and Ryan Lutz.
Lutz trying to make this a race for fifth again. Both these drivers having weekends that they probably are not super stoked about. So, a top 5 would be good for either one of them. And unfortunately, if things shake out this way, only one of them is going to have a chance. They are already 3.5 seconds behind Ryan Mayfield. Mayfield's trying to move forward. Last lap, Mayfield was the fastest of the top 4, though not by much. Cut off 0.3 of the now 3.8 second gap up to Ty Tessman ahead. Spencer Rivkin's lead still 7.1 seconds.
Spencer Rivkin's been in control of this race since, lap 2 or 3?
New fast lap of the entire race for Ryan Mayfield, 29.623. Cut off 0.7 of a second from Ty Tessman's gap.
Man.
It's down to just 3 seconds now.
Man on the run.
Wish someone had counted the number of song references we've made.
Eye of the Tiger.
Got a team-associated instant replay of Cody King. On the right side of the screen, see Paul King grabbing the car, going for the one-handed fuel gun. Fuel in, car up. Oh, and then, whoa! So
nice save.
The rear tires hit the ground before the front tires did and pulled the car off to the right a little bit, bounced off the wall, and jumped out of pit lane exit. And lucky for him, landed on the straightaway. And Cody's still left fighting for a top 5 finish. Best lap for Ty Tessman, 30.190. And here's the rub. He's still lost 0.3 of a second to Ryan Mayfield. So the gap's down to 2.3.
And it's Rivkin, your leader, Cavalieri second, Tessman third, Mayfield fourth, Cody King fifth. Rivkin still at that 7.5 seconds ahead of Cavalieri. Cavalieri's got 6.5 on Tessman, Tessman 2.3 on Mayfield. A lot of racing left to go, 32:40 on the master clock right now. There's your leader, team associated, Spencer Rivkin.
Last 5 laps in a row, Mayfield's been faster than the 3 cars ahead of him. So he's not done yet. 32:30, we're still not even at the halfway point.
At the moment, Ty Tessman, the only one not breaking in the 29-second lap time out of those 4.
Amazing how after 50 laps, these drivers are still turning in new personal bests.
Yeah.
30.109. Again, Mayfield, fastest car of the top 5, 29.669.
Yep.
A 30.1 for Rivkin, 30.4 for Cavalieri, 30.2 for Tessman. Mayfield chopping off 0.7 of a second to Tessman that last lap. The gap's down to 1.4.
You are on track with Cody King and Ryan Lutz.
New fast lap of the entire race for Ryan Mayfield, 29.466. He was less than a half a second behind Tessman, and here they are, battle for the 3rd spot, going over the double single. Mayfield goes for the triple, dives to the inside through the magnet, unfortunately. Tessman there to slam the door. Mayfield's car seems to be picking up some speed. He's gone fast lap after fast lap after fast lap.
You never know what's going to happen in nitro racing. This could be the battle for the lead here in 20 minutes.
Yeah, although this time he did lose a half second to Rivkin. It's the first time in like the last 10 laps or so that he hasn't been the fastest of the top 4, but he had to stomp on the brakes to not run over Tessman.
And he triples it again. He makes up some time right there. You can see how slick it is. Those guys they're not just going through there. They're like waiting for their car to stop sometimes before they punch it. You can see like almost a moment of hesitation there.
Someone rolling over, coming onto the front straightaway, and luckily out of the way. Whoa, Mayfield drifting out toward the outside of the lane and landed wooded. He is coming. This last lap, 30.4. So Mayfield, again, actually not second and third. Both went faster than he did this last lap. And of course, he is still trying to find his way around Tessman. So until he's able to get around Tessman, he's not going to be making up too much time on everyone else. 5.2 seconds from Cavalieri to Tessman last time by the line.
Tessman into pit.
And
Wow,
so
that was a good one.
In and out.
In and out, and that's going to be, not sure who that is. There might be a lap down. So Ryan Mayfield going to take over the third position now. Tessman drops to fourth.
And Mayfield's last lap under 30 seconds. So let's see if he can put the hammer down and start reeling him in again. He made up a half a second on Cavalieri that last lap.
Currently third, but he's clicking off consistent 29s when he does not have someone holding him up. So quarter second here, half second there.
Yep.
A lot of laps left to go. What, about 60 laps left?
Yeah, lost about 900ths of a second to Rivkin that lap, but he made up almost a half second on Cavalieri, so that gap's down to 4.8. And Cavalieri and Mayfield are on similar, actually, and Rivkin as well, on similar pit stop strategies, so it's up to the driver.
Spencer Rivkin, though, right now from lap number 2 has led this, and there is Mayfield in the pit. He flamed out last time.
30,
and
40,
he's in, he's
Whoa.
out. Wow, and he did not get collected there. Awesome. Good luck for Mayfield.
I think that was maybe Truey that stomped on the brakes. And in pit lane, it didn't cause a big catastrophe. Kind of a bummer there that Mayfield's pit crew didn't look to see if there was anybody coming, or maybe they did and just wanted to try to get him out ahead.
And he got out there right in front of Ty Tessman. So
Yep.
Tessman right there behind him. It's going to be Rivkin, Cavalieri, Mayfield, Tessman.
It's important for Mayfield to have that open track and see if he
Rivkin
can
must have
push it.
pitted. That's a long pit lap for him. That's almost an
Whoa,
8
yeah.
second. Well, no, that's 10 seconds almost.
About.
Yep, from his normal lap time. And that's going to put Cavalieri 3.6 behind him.
And Mayfield's fast pit stop of 34.3. So he was 1.3 seconds faster than Cavalieri in pit lane and 6 seconds faster than what Rivkin was in pit lane. So Mayfield's crew definitely helping out.
And now him and
Oh, that's bad news.
That was definitely not on purpose. Ty Tessman going to wait and let him go.
Man, talking about killing the momentum, though.
Yeah.
They were within 3.5 seconds of Cavalieri before
And they might
that.
have Lutz and King right on him now. Nope, they're way ahead of him. 14 seconds ahead of him.
So much for working together to catch the cars ahead.
Man, that was an unfortunate mistake.
Wow, Tessman had a personal best that last lap. No wonder he was motivated down that front straightaway. 29.965. I think that's the first time all race that he had dipped below 30 seconds.
I was wondering if there's something wrong with Ryan Mayfield's car now. He got a
Yeah.
little wild over there. That would definitely suck. Oh,
Way out of shape coming onto
here
the front
comes your Team
straightaway.
Associated instant replay on what happened.
So Tessman had to run
Looks
a steam.
like Mayfield checked up, no?
Yeah, Mayfield's been backing off to try to land closer to the top, I think, in that first double. And Tessman was okay with jumping way out there. Unfortunately, a 15-foot wide lane, and they were both looking for the same 12 inches.
Yeah, you got that right. That was a great analogy. You're right. He checks up, and
Yep.
Tessman jumps over a little further into it.
And at the end of the straightaway, it's about even, but that one time they just collided. Now Mayfield's looking for a way around Tessman. Didn't quite see where
Comes
Tessman
the
made
triple.
it around.
Whoop.
Yep. And they're now 8.8 seconds behind Cavalieri.
Oh, Tessman gets collected. He's upside down right there. Marshall trying to run over to him. And then Mayfield getting in here at third spot now. And the lead has diminished a little bit. Spencer Rivkin, your leader.
4.5 seconds up on Ryan Cavalieri, who's got 8.9 back to Ryan Mayfield in third. 3 seconds from Mayfield to Tessman in fourth, and then 5.4 seconds from Tessman to Lutz to round out the top five.
See if we can find second spot. Ryan Cavalieri, there he is right there. He's 4.7 back from your leader, Rivkin. Cavalieri, RC8B3, MX Racing Engine, AKA Tires, MX Fuel. Or is he MX Fuel?
Yep.
He is?
Yes, sir.
There goes Rivkin, step off, I believe, right there. Over the double, and then here comes Cavalieri, teammates.
Ooh. Cavalieri had to turn right at the top of the hill so he didn't hit the pipe. Still a 30.1. Lost about 7/100ths of a second to his teammate that last lap, so
This shows you all the hard work the Team Associated camp. They kind of were not that loud, or up on the radar in qualifying, and here they are 1-2 in the main event.
Yep.
And the difference between the two drivers, of course the driver, but they have a similar engine package, same fuel,
different tires, same
radio sponsor too,
yep.
right? Except for Cavalieri's running the
Savox servos.
Yeah, Savox servos. So Ryan Cavalieri 3.5 back from Rivkin. Rivkin, though, showing his maturity right now, and like I was saying earlier, he said, "No, I know this is the man class. You gotta respect him saying that."
No kidding.
And after racing this class for a long time, I mean, this is.
Yeah, and talking about a coming of age story. If the kid's going to be talking about how this is the man class, and he's putting on a clinic so far.
Right.
Got the lead early on and has been lights out this whole time. No mistakes. Hasn't let traffic rattle him.
Oh, nice save for Cavalieri there.
And it's the more experienced racers, the former champions behind him, that have been making these mistakes and allowing him to keep what's now a 5.5-second lead with 24:30 left to go.
Ryan Cavalieri, who we're watching, he's on zips, if you're out there wondering. Long wear soft zips. Spencer Rivkin out in front of him. Spencer Rivkin's running the detox tire in blue.
As is Mayfield.
The weather right now out here in Hutto, Texas, this usually feels like the hottest part of the day because the sun's just kind of lingering there. You can see it on the left side of the track there where the sun's going down. It's just kind of just hitting the track. It says 81 degrees, 82% humidity right now. That's really high. It's been about 50% in the afternoon the last few days.
Yeah, that's damp. Lutz and King battle for the 5th spot. These two have been going at it for a while, separated by less than a second at the line last time by. Lutz now 1.2 seconds ahead at the line on this lap. Cavalieri with a bit of a slow lap, 30.7. Let's see what Mayfield's got. 30.3, so 0.4 of a second. That gap's still 6 seconds after that Mayfield-Tessman collision. Mayfield's going to have to start lopping off chunks of that with 23 minutes and 20 seconds left to go.
They're on lap 71. Ryan Lutz's best lap was his last one, a 29.659, lap 71. Tessman's best lap was on lap 62. Mayfield's best lap was on 55. Lap number 55.
No kidding.
Some of their cars, either so they're getting used to the track or they're just clicking off their cars, they're getting used to it or something.
Yeah.
Or the tires are coming in where they need to be for this long race. Don't really know. Everybody qualified on a different tire than they're running in the main.
Yep. So bright over there on the left side with the sun peeking through under the roof. Lutz having a great run, looking at a top 5 finish. I love that 180 back there with the curve. You see him get up on it a little bit, little F1 style, right before, these huge elevation changes and a couple of 25-plus foot jumps. Just caught a glimpse of Jason Rona standing back there by the bleachers. He's got to be pumped on Spencer Rivkin running out front. Would love to see Mayfield get around his former teammate Cavalieri and move into a J Concepts 1-2.
Cody King into the pit. Rivkin goes by.
So we should be coming up on pit stops. Cody King in and out. Have to imagine everyone else is going to be coming in the next lap or so. 38 minutes. It would be 37:30 would have been the 7:30 pit strategy. So coming into our final fuel stint of the race. That means Cavalieri and Mayfield are running out of time. Rivkin could be looking at his first ever Roar Premier Class National Championship, and it's going to be an 8-scale buggy.
Cavalieri
coming into
pit
lane.
Dino grabs him. Looking back, see if there's anybody else coming. Nice. He hesitated because there was a car coming.
Yep.
Smart
Mayfield
move.
coming in right now.
There's your leader, Spencer Rivkin, out in front. Cavalieri was just in. I don't know if Rivkin was in. We're going to track with him right here and see if he maybe comes in this lap.
Should be this lap. He hasn't yet pitted. The Associated guys maybe wanting to stagger their drivers by a lap.
It's possible.
Rivkin a little short, jumping down the step down. Staying out one more. He's now at 39.
He did pit. 35.9 was his lap. So that was his pit lap.
That's why.
5-second pit lap. Cavalieri's pit lap was 5 seconds.
Yep.
Ryan Mayfield's pit lap was about 5 seconds.
Yep.
The previous lap was a 31, though.
And this is where Tessman is going to make up that pit stop because he had already pitted. Oh, no, it still won't be later.
One
we got
more
a long time left.
Two more times.
I saw 39 minutes down. Like, man, they're,
Yep.
there's
They'll
only
have
like
to
4.5 minutes left. Nope. We're not even 2/3 of the way done. 30
Yeah.
seconds left before the 2/3 mark in this hour-long final fuel stint.
He comes in
Don't
30
mind
seconds
me.
early. And Mayfield going by on the track. Nope, not yet. And nice save. Wow.
Showing the spectators over on the side of the track, the bottom of that HB Racing chassis.
Fly like an eagle through the fly like an eagle.
Yeah, that Eagle had some style over there.
So this is the closest you get to Rivkin at the moment. It's during the pit cycle, 3.5 seconds. Cavalieri is ripping off 30 flat, 30 flat, 35 with the 1, 30 with the 7, 30 flat with the 5.
Mayfield's only 10.7 seconds out of the lead, so
Anything
that's not over either.
can happen.
Yeah, 19 minutes and 30 seconds left to go.
Here comes your team-associated instant replay. This is Ty Tessman slideways.
Loose.
Look like he's going to jump out of the track.
Oh, in the dust.
Bazumba. How do
Turned
you
down
save
for
that?
what? Turned down to save it, so it doesn't.
I wonder if it's hard to see your car over there.
I don't
Because
know.
the glare on the track. It's hard to see on camera.
Yeah, our camera's
Lutz
on the.
is all over the back of Tessman, and he goes wide and lets him go by. I wonder if something's wrong with his car.
I don't know. That was for position.
Huh.
Wait, is that Tessman?
Or is that – that's
it's
got to
Wheeler.
be yet. Is it?
I think so.
Oh, it's not. My bad.
Just under 19 minutes to go.
There's
There's
Mayfield. Oh, there's Tessman. Sorry.
Yeah, our camera on this side of the driver's stand is just to the edge of the driver's stand. So, whoa. Yeah, the landing of that double is a poor choice to pull over and let somebody go.
Rivkin 3.9 second out on Cavalieri. Cavalieri 7.4 ahead of Mayfield. Mayfield is 3.7 ahead of Tessman. Tessman 7.8 ahead of Lutz. Lutz is 2.7 ahead of Tebow. Tebow 9 seconds ahead of King. King a lap ahead of Dakota Fenn. Dakota Fenn's 8th. Bornhorst 9th. J. Cole Ogden 10th, Mike Truey 11th, Austin Blair 12th, Wheeler's 13th, Mitch and Fisher round out the field.
Tough bummer for Dakota with that ugly start. Knocked him out of contention before the race even got going. 8th on the grid. He was 15th after lap number 1. He's fought his way back to his qualifying position, but you know he's going to be bummed.
A lot of racing left to go. 17:50 left on the master clock at the moment. You are watching the 2016 Roar National Championships out here in Hutto, Texas at Thornhill Racing 2.0. I'm Gary Getz. This is Aaron Waldron. We're so grateful for you guys tuning in for coverage here. And it's brought to you by Team Associated, A-Main Hobbies, and Lifetime.
Cavalieri up the hill on the left side over the triple, throwing a little style of himself. 30.2 last time by, so he was about 0.6 of a second faster than what Rivkin did. And Mayfield faster yet, making up about 15 hundredths on Cavalieri. So the lead still 6.6, but Mayfield proving he's got the speed. Just needs to do something with it.
If Rivkin makes any, maybe even 2 mistakes, Cavalieri is going to reel him right in. He's hanging in there 4 or 5 seconds behind him. It gets closer when it's a pit cycle.
One normal crash and Rivkin's no
That's
longer
true.
the leader.
The way the mark
Yep.
might take him a minute to get up and get you.
2 laps ago, Ty Tessman had his new personal best, 29.884. He's backed it up with a 30.3, 30.4. So Tessman still got the speed as well. He has slipped 3.7 seconds behind Mayfield.
Which he'll make up in the pit strategy. There's 8th place, TLR's Dakota Fenn. He was dominating his semi, and then on the last lap ran out of gas right there, which he had to start 6th. And in that 6th place start, he had some carnage happen to him. He got blown off the track before they even got around the first couple corners.
Yeah, and such tough luck for Dakota after showing so much speed at these nitro races. Had this semifinal in the bag today, ran out of gas on the final lap. At least we think we ran out of gas.
No, that's what they told me in the pits.
Yeah. And so he started way further back in the grid than he, could have. That's what put him in position to get blasted in the second corner.
He would have started second for sure because Cavalieri inherited the lead and started third because Rivkin was only 2 seconds ahead of him.
Right.
And I think that Dakota Fenn had like a 9 or 10 second lead at that point.
Right.
So he would have definitely started second.
But coulda, woulda, shoulda, and it's
That's
Rivkin.
true. It's not horseshoes.
Nope.
But there is a horseshoe/magnet turn, and that's it right there.
Yeah, we've been failing calling that the magnet. We're
Yeah.
in Texas. That's a
I said
horseshoe.
that's true.
All right.
Y'all seen-
The magnet is a horseshoe for the next 15 minutes and 15 seconds. Here's Joe Bornhorst in the 9th spot. He hasn't been super thrilled with how his weekend's gone, so a top 10 finish here in the buggy class is going to feel pretty good.
This is his first final appearance in a national, though, so he's happy with that.
That's super cool.
Yep.
He's had a total revelation in his RC racing career since joining the Techno RC squad. It's been really cool to watch him just burst onto the professional racing scene and actually be mixing it up with the fastest guys in the country, and now he is one of the fastest guys in the country.
There's Tebow. Joe Bornhorst, if you watch this show later, I'm going to give you a piece of advice. Someone who used to race professionally himself. Stop calling them toy cars.
I disagree.
Well,
as someone else who used to race toy cars professionally, keep that in
but if
perspective.
you don't have anything else going, Aaron has always had a goal of being a journalist or an editor, and he's done
just
that.
have
But
fun.
if this is your living, and you have like your scapegoat, they're just toy cars.
He's going to engineering school.
I don't think
He'll
I've.
be fine.
Oh, he is?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I've never heard toy cars out of Cavalieri's mouth, and I don't think you hear that out of Rivkin either. They're doing really well.
Cavalieri, Mayfield, Tessman, Lutz, top 5. 3.1 seconds from Rivkin to Cavalieri. So Rivkin has not been able to pull out on this fuel stint the way that he has before. Cavalieri, the gap back to Mayfield, still only 3.7 seconds. So this last lap, Mayfield actually gave up 0.8 of a second. Cavalieri with a basically a 31. Mayfield with a 31. So Mayfield not able to be reeling in Cavalieri the way he has earlier in the race. Don't know if that's tires. Don't know if that's saving something for the end. The top 3 are still separated by still less than 7 seconds.
By the way, I just wanted to say this. We've been on here all day long. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the families of the people in Florida who lost their loved ones
No kidding.
last night, and may you be comforted. Here comes the Team Associated Instant Replay. Wrap.
Jared Tebow. Whoa.
Oh. Who was
Oh,
that?
nice save, though.
That was the leader? Oh, man.
Oh,
Now 3.720 seconds.
Well, that's
Rivkin comes by 29.779. Man.
wonder if Cavalieri must have just pitted because he had a 35.1.
Well, that would make sense at 40.
4 laps ago, that explains that 34.5. And then 2 laps later, he gets mixed up with somebody, and that's a 34.6. So Cavalieri pitted, comes back out. He's only 4.2 seconds behind. Mayfield pitted 2 laps ago. He's 4 seconds behind Cavalieri. Let's see if Mayfield can pull.
Let's see here. Cavalieri's been known to have a late race charge as well.
That's true.
Only 4.5 separating, but Spencer Rivkin has just been on fire in this main event. I was saying earlier, after the A-main warm-up, his dad said, you know what Dino told him? Dino just told him, now you've got yourself a race car. So they were super happy with whatever adjustments they made.
Found something.
Yep.
Mayfield trying to get around Austin Blair on the left side of the track. He touched wheels a little bit at the top of the hill. It was probably the best/worst place to touch because they're going
Wow.
slow.
Nice
so
save. Sorry,
wasn't. Yeah, it's okay. They were going slow, so it wasn't a big deal, but it was the most difficult spot on the track. Luckily, still got down the step down, still made the right left side triple, and able to continue on. He is now 4.1 seconds behind Cavalieri. So Rivkin able to eke out a couple of seconds. Now it's 5.8 over Cavalieri from Rivkin. Mayfield made up 1.3 seconds on Cavalieri that last lap, so that gap's down to less than 3 as we pick up here with Spencer Rivkin.
Yep, Spencer Rivkin working his way through traffic. Man, what an amazing young racer this guy is.
No kidding.
And you know what? I haven't yet to see him be rude to me or to other people. I really don't know. I mean, that's just me personally.
How great that he was able to shake off having a great shot at the truck final.
Yeah.
Had some fluke flame-out problems that he hasn't dealt with at this race or the last couple.
And after the semi, he said, beep, happens.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
People on the chat room were like, hey, cursing? And his last lap, a 30.3. Lap before that, 30.4, 29.966. He's still ripping off several 29s this late in the race. 10 minutes and 5 seconds to go. We're going to see Ty Tessman's last pit stop here in a second.
And that's when
Tessman's into the pit. Sorry, Aaron.
Yeah, that's okay. That's when we're going to see this all play out now. Tessman's going to be able to come out of pit lane and know that he's clear for the rest of the race, and everyone else is going to have to stop one more time.
And he's 2 seconds behind Mayfield at the moment.
Yep.
So, depending on Mayfield's last pit stop, whenever that is, it's going to be coming up pretty soon, most likely. Cavalieri flamed out, I guess. Flipped, sorry.
Oh.
And Mayfield is now taking over the second position, and he's 9 seconds back from Rivkin. Oh, man.
Oh.
What does this do for
10 minutes.
Ty Tessman, though? He's 5 seconds behind Cavalieri, and he is, 6 seconds behind Mayfield?
Yeah, 9.5
They have
minutes.
to pit. They're going to come out
to go.
right on each other.
9.5 minutes to go. Mayfield's 9.5 seconds behind the leader. Come on.
Wow. Here it comes down to the end of the race. We're going to start seeing all kinds of stuff happen. If Spencer Rivkin keeps it together, which I really think he will, he's got a 9-second advantage right now. This is not a blowout by any means.
Last 2 turns around the curbs, Mayfield's been scraping wheels on the concrete.
He's going to be on a mission. Watch this be one of his fastest laps.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Mayfield magic about to happen for this next 10 minutes.
29.466, the fastest.
No,
29.718. Sorry, I was looking at the wrong column.
But he did just cut off 9/10 of a second from Rivkin's lead that last lap.
He's got some track. Look, he's flying now.
And they each have to stop one more time.
Dun-dun,
Yeah.
dun-dun, dun-dun.
Talk about
the Jaws theme. He smells the blood.
Factory Bass Pro Shops. He's got that treble hook set.
Yeah, the cheesy shot of the person trying to swim towards a catamaran right now.
Yeah. Shark fin.
Oh, and Cavalieri cases the double. That's going to give Mayfield a little bit more breathing room. Rivkin goes into the triple.
In this last lap, Mayfield cut off another half second. So the lead's already down to 8.2. Mayfield on a mission. Here's Ryan Cavalieri, probably at this point, just hoping to latch on to Mayfield. Mayfield's already disappearing out of the frame.
I don't think Tessman is going to be able to get close.
No, 30.6 for Rivkin last lap, 29.955 for Mayfield, chops off another 0.6 of a second. The lead's down to 7.569.
And they both have to pit, but who's that? Okay,
Stephen Hartson, yep.
Oh, that's Cody King.
Sorry, Tebow.
I mean, Tebow, yeah. Duh. Stephen Cody.
Oh, Mayfield with a double.
They
That's
both have
interesting.
to pit.
Yep.
They can pit now and make it. Let's see who pits when. And Mayfield is out.
Yep. Rivkin
A couple
didn't.
people were in pit lane. Cody King and somebody else.
Yeah, Rivkin wasn't one of them, though.
Let's see if we can find your leader and see when he's going to pit.
Mayfield down the hill. Last lap.
30.1.
Right, to a 30.569 for Rivkin, so another 0.4 of a second.
Yep.
Clawing back little bits of time. 6 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. He's 7.1 seconds behind.
Rivkin's in the pit.
See if Mayfield comes in.
And Mayfield's in the pit.
Interesting. I might have left him out one more lap if he had the fuel.
Boom, and he's out. And he gets around Tebow.
Ooh.
Cavalieri in the pit. Not sure what happened out there in some of that. Hopefully Mayfield didn't get collected. Tessman right there. Oh, man.
Ooh.
Nice save. He's still going to be in fourth, though.
Yep. But now is a great battle for third shaping up. Cavalieri and Tessman, both of them with enough fuel to make it to the end.
Rivkin, your leader, 6.8 ahead of Mayfield. No more pit stops are going to happen for the top three. Now it's race to the finish.
35.0 for Rivkin's pit lap. 34.4 for Mayfield's pit lap. Clawing back another half a second. Give me that time. Whoa, Tessman and Cavalieri get together. Mayfield spins out on the front straightaway. Cavalieri spins out on the front straightaway as we switch back over to Mayfield. So now that battle for third, Tessman able to take over the position. Let's see if Cavalieri can make his way back. Otherwise, up front, We've got Mayfield grabbing a half second here, a half second there. Rivkin with a 30.3. Let's see what Mayfield's got this time by.
And Mayfield is 1 second faster in pit lane. Mayfield with a 31 flat that time.
Yep, so actually lost about 7/10 on that lap. So the lead back up to 7 seconds with 5.5 minutes left to go.
And we are on track right there. I'm not sure who that is. Is that Tessman or is that Rivkin? That's Tessman. Your leader on his 106th lap right now, Spencer Rivkin, with 5:10 left to go.
Going to have to make up about a half a second a lap if Mayfield's going to catch him. They got about 12 laps to go, and he's about 6.6 seconds behind. This time by, he made up a half a second, so the lead's down to 6.6. 30.6 for Rivkin, 30.2.
Who was that came in? Was that Bornhorst or Cavalieri?
Not sure.
Must have been Bornhorst came into pit.
Okay. So that was Bornhorst in and out of pit lane.
6.6 the gap for Rivkin.
Can the kid hold on?
30.6 is last lap. Now we're following your leader. Dominating performance so far. Spencer Rivkin keeping it together. He's at one point he had about a 10-second lead, 9 point something. It's got whittled down to 3 seconds at some spots, and then he kind of keeps it right there at that honest 5 second, 6 second margin.
Last lap, Mayfield lopped off 7/10 of a second from the lead. Let's see what it is this time.
Mayfield just went into that 180.
30.122 for Rivkin, so that's a half second faster than he was the previous lap.
29.10, 29.889 that time around for
so
Mayfield.
About another 2
on a mission.
It's down to about 5.7 seconds with 4 minutes left to go.
And Rivkin's got some company ahead of him.
And he got a little squirrely going through that double single. Had to check up and correct himself.
Who does he have in front of him? Just get out of the way. Don't try to race him.
Wow, it's so bright over there. We're
Man,
losing
that's
the cars
crazy.
Completely.
His lap that time at 30.7. Mayfield going to come around right here with a 30.3.
So
it's another 4/10.
Yep, down to 5.3 seconds. 3.5 minutes left to go.
Boy, Jason Rona's got to be happy at the moment.
And at the same time, chewing his fingers off.
That's that new body, all the different things on Rivkin's car.
New Strike 2 body. Both top two drivers running J Concepts tires. 3:10 left.
And someone goes way wide to give Rivkin some room.
You know, Rivkin will feel really good winning this race after leading the Silver State late, and Mayfield was able to catch him and pass him. If he can hold on for 3 minutes.
We might be seeing a changing of the guard here in the Nitro ranks.
And Mayfield gave up 7/10 of a second last lap, so the lead's back up to 6.
He's dealing with the people Rivkin just passed a few laps ago. It's Rivkin, your leader, Mayfield second, Tessman third, Cavalieri's fourth, Lutz fifth, Tebow sixth, King seventh, Dakota Fend eighth, and Cole Ogden ninth, Joe Bornhorst 10th. We're coming down to the last few laps. You're watching your leader. It is Spencer Rivkin out in front. Team Associated, RC8, B3, J Concepts tires, MX engine, MX fuel. He has dominated this race so far, keeping everybody honest, stretching out his lead now to 6.6 seconds. And who's that right there? And he gets clear of them. They were a little bit sideways. They might have went off the track. Spencer Rivkin that time around, 29.9. He's still clicking off 29s at the end of the race. We have 4 more laps to do, and you are on track possibly with your new national champion. They've worked hard all weekend long trying to get that car, and he does not make that triple, but that's all right. He has an 8.7 second lead over Mayfield. Now Mayfield 6.6 over Tessman. Tessman's got Cavalieri hot on his heels, less than a second back. Rivkin, though, he's going to come by the line maybe 3 more times, but for sure 2. There's the battle for third between Tessman and Cavalieri. Cavalieri looking real fast, trying to get that podium spot. And when you're at the pro ranks, this is also money you're talking about, not just finishing position. This is contingency and all kinds of other things. He is strapped up trying to catch Ty Tessman. Uh-oh, what's going on? There's only a 2-point-second lead for Rivkin over Mayfield now. Rivkin rolled over. We need to find the leader. There's the leader right there. Mayfield is going to be trying to reel him in. They're going to go by this time, and then they'll come by one more time. There's a battle for third on your right and your leader on the left. Or your leader on the right, Mayfield on the left. They're going to come by for one more with 22 seconds left on the clock. There's Rivkin, no problems right now, and he doubles that without any issue. 15 seconds to go. I'm not sure if he's going to make it by. He might. Mayfield might get caught. 8 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Spencer Rivkin goes by for the final lap. And what happened? Wow, it's a good thing that he finished. He is the winner. Wow, Ryan Mayfield getting caught at the line. You're looking at your new national champion, Spencer Rivkin. He got by the line. Nobody else did. Mayfield ends up second. Tessman third. Cavalieri fourth. Ryan Lutz fifth. Jared Tebow sixth. Cody King seventh. Dakota Fend eighth. Cole Ogden ninth. Joe Bornhorst 10th. Mike Truey finishes 11th. Look at him. He can't even do a lap now. He's so excited. Spencer Rivkin getting by the tone before anybody else. Not sure if his car broke on that last lap or not after he crashed. Wow, what a race. And we are going down to the J Concepts pit report with Aaron Waldron with your winners.
Excellent wire-to-wire race here for Spencer Rivkin. Your first 8-scale Roar National Championship. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you so much. I knew coming in that my car felt the best in the semi, as it's been the whole weekend. I was just going to follow Ryan, be patient behind him the entire race, but we both made a slight bob up there, and I took over the lead and, being patient, not really, do nothing stupid on the track, running my own race. At the last few laps, I caught up to, lap traffic and kind of had some bad luck, but stayed patient, stayed calm, and I got the victory lap, and fudge. Don't even know what to say.
Redemption not only after flaming out in the truck final with a chance to win that one, but it was kind of a backward scenario from what we saw at Silver State. You had the lead late in that one. This time you were able to hang on.
Yeah, basically me and my pit guys went through my whole car. Richard Saxon's been awesome this whole entire week. We made sure that this thing was gonna withstand anything, and it did. Like I said, I had some bad luck in other races. I'm glad that I came here and